People today wake up with a strange, almost heavy feeling. A feeling that life is running faster than their own steps. You open your eyes, and before you even move, your mind is already full. Tasks, notifications, responsibilities. It feels like the day started without you. This isn't an accident. This is the life we built, and then forgot to question. We live surrounded by signals, alerts, instructions, and an endless stream of information. And for so long, we've convinced ourselves. This is normal. This is necessary. This is just how life works. But the moment you step to the side, even for a second, the truth becomes painfully clear. The rhythm of modern life is not natural. It is not healthy, and it doesn't serve you. It shapes your reactions. It shapes your desires. It shapes your habits, without you ever noticing. One author wrote a line that is brutally accurate. A person spends most of their life on things that have nothing to do with them. It's simple, but if you pause for just a moment, it cuts deep. Because we do adapt to a pace that exhausts us. We mistake being busy for being meaningful. We force our attention to stretch like it's infinite, but attention has limits. And every day, those limits are breaking. People say, "I don't have time." But the truth is different. It's not time you're losing. It's energy. It's clarity. It's yourself. We fill our days with activities that don't add value. We react instead of choosing. And the more this becomes our pattern, the harder it becomes to see the difference between what's necessary and what's noise. The silent trap of modern life. Imagine this. It's morning. There's coffee. There's silence. But inside your head, a checklist is already running at full speed. This is not living. This is maintaining a schedule. A schedule you didn't choose. A rhythm you didn't design. A routine that slowly becomes your master. This is how you lose your life while still being alive. Why does it happen? Because automatism takes over. Most people don't live, they repeat. They repeat habits, reactions, patterns, promises, routines, without stopping to ask, do I even want this? Does this matter? Why am I doing this again? These questions are simple, but they change everything. Because the moment you ask them, the fog lifts. You see the scale of tiny decisions shaping your entire existence. You notice that many of your choices weren't choices at all. They were repetitions. Automatic. Inherited. Unquestioned. Modern life makes days dense, but empty. Busy, but not meaningful. Fast, but directionless. If you catch this feeling early, you can still correct your path. But if you don't, it becomes personality-level exhaustion. And you begin to believe, this is just life. Everyone's tired. No, this is not life. This is noise. And simplicity is the cure. The invisible pressure of too many choices. Chapter 2 opens with a truth we rarely realize. Too many choices make life harder, not freer. We think options equal freedom, but in reality, they create fatigue, doubt, and confusion. Let's look at a simple example. You pick up your phone to do one thing. But 1 minute later, you're somewhere completely different. The feed dragged you in. Notifications redirected you. Ads whispered new desires. You didn't choose any of this. The structure around you chose it for you. The author wrote, when choices become too many, a person loses their own direction. Every new option requires micro-energy, micro-focus, micro-decision. And eventually, the brain burns out, not from difficulty, but from overload. Food choices, clothes choices, content choices, social choices, service choices. Even rest comes with endless formats and selections. Result? A constant, quiet tension. Not loud stress, but confusion, fatigue, and a feeling that the day is slipping away faster than you can respond. This is how you lose the ability to tell the difference between what you want and what your environment pushes you toward. So ask yourself, What was the last choice I truly made consciously? And what did I do simply because I reacted? Most choices are not choices. They're impulses, habits, traps. The illusion of freedom is not freedom. The illusion of control is not control. Real freedom begins with clarity. When you remove the unnecessary, life becomes clear. Chapter 3 introduces one of the most powerful psychological truths. When you remove what you don't need, what you don't need finally becomes visible. Take a room overflowing with things. Your eyes jump everywhere. Everything pulls you, chaos. Remove the unnecessary, and suddenly the space breathes. You breathe. Your mind works the exact same way. When your internal world is overloaded, you can't hear yourself. Not your needs, not your values, not your inner voice. You only hear noise. Reduction is not deprivation. Reduction is liberation. Every day, small useless things pile up. Scrolling, buying things you don't need, saying yes out of habit, carrying responsibilities that drain you. These are not part of life. They are distractions from life. Simplicity begins with noticing. Asterisk, what drains me? Asterisk, what adds nothing to my day? Asterisk, what do I do only out of habit? Asterisk, what am I holding on to out of fear? Once you see the clutter, internal or external, you gain the power to remove it. Then something amazing happens. Your energy returns. Your focus sharpens. Your days feel wider, even if they are the same length. Because clarity comes only when the noise is gone. The hard truth, most of your goals are not yours. Chapter 4 is uncomfortable, but necessary. Most of the goals people chase are not their own. They come from family expectations, social norms, cultural pressure, comparison, fear, old beliefs, old dreams. You follow them because that's success, that's normal, that's what everyone does. But if you stop and ask, do I want this? The answer is often no. The author wrote, the hardest thing is not rejecting things, it's rejecting the idea of who you think you should be. That is the real battle. People cling to identities, the perfect professional, the ideal child, the dependable friend, the high achiever, the one who doesn't fail, the one who never says no. These roles don't come from your soul, they come from the outside world, and you carry them like heavy bags you never chose. Letting go feels dangerous, almost like defeat, but it isn't defeat, it's awakening. Saying no is courage. Changing direction is courage. Listening to your fatigue is courage. Admitting this goal is no longer mine is courage. When you let these false goals fall away, you're left with silence. That silence scares people. It feels like emptiness, but stay with it, and you'll see the truth. That silence is space. Space for your real desires, your real values, your real life. A simple life doesn't reject ambition. It rejects imitation. It doesn't reject success. It rejects performing for others. Simplicity is not sacrifice. Simplicity is alignment, where everything comes together. Simple life doesn't require heroism. You don't need to escape to the mountains. You don't need to delete everything. You don't need to become a monk. It begins with tiny, gentle shifts. Choosing silence over noise. Choosing presence over autopilot. Choosing clarity over distraction. Choosing yourself over expectations. The author wrote, life is shorter than we think, but freer than we believe. Every minute lived unconsciously disappears forever. But every minute reclaimed, lived simply and willingly, becomes deeply yours. Simplicity is not emptiness. It is fullness without clutter, depth without chaos, meaning without noise. And once you experience it, you will never want to go back. If this video resonated with you, if it reminded you to pause, breathe, and reclaim your life, then take a moment to do something small but powerful. Hit that subscribe button and join this journey toward clarity, simplicity, and meaning. And don't forget to tap the bell icon so you never miss a video that can help you live more consciously, calmly, and fully. Every minute you spend here is a step back to yourself. Every notification you allow is a chance to remember. Life is yours to shape, not the noise around you. Because simplicity isn't just about less, it's about living more.